you can see, but he is solid, if not spectacular. And he comes to work every time. He's a volume puncher.
Yeah, he's a busy guy, and that in itself is going to win him some fights. And again, here Castañeda really kind of inviting him to come at him on the ropes.
Well, I think because he doesn't mind exchanging with him in tight.
And Monaghan perfectly happy to lay in there with Castañeda as well. Neither man really doing much business. A lot of action, but not much.
Watch that left elbow of Castañeda twice again in this round. He's managed to land it.
Three-punch combination from Castañeda. Good body shot again from Castañeda. Both guys trying to work the body here. Good right hand, nice combination from Castañeda.
Castañeda is very brave in there, and I think Barry, that he has felt Monaghan's power, such as it is. Feels I can withstand anything he throws, so I'm gonna stay right in the pocket with him and let my hands fly.
And I think in this round it's working out pretty well for him. One thing about Castañeda, seems like at least he came in here with a game plan, with an idea. And in this round particularly, executing it pretty well. He's working the body well, getting there when he needs to the head. I gave him that round. Well, this is all pointing toward our main event of the evening, the hometown hero, Terrence Crawford, as he puts his title on the line, although his opponent cannot win it, but he can lose it. So he's the one that's putting himself up against it here.
And I tell you what else he can also win is Fighter of the Year, maybe for the second time in his career, if he's able to get this win tonight.
Hey, 3 title defenses in the year. You know, he did it impressively against Lundy, a very tough fighter, stopped him. Dominated Victor Postal in a fight that many people thought was a 50-50 fight. And again, in here against a tough John Molina, who's gone against some of the best in the division and 135 as well.
And we know Molina's not going to take a step back. He's a guy who he can box if he needs to, which he did in his last fight, as a matter of fact. But
yeah, we joke that he threw more jabs in that Provodnikov fight than he ever had in his whole career combined in his life. You know, and he'll need every bit of that too tonight against Terrence Crawford.
I expect he will come to Crawford tonight. Here we go. Meantime, Shawnee Monaghan and Fernando Castañeda as we move along to round 5 of this 10-round fight. One thing you gotta like about Castañeda, at least he's not just in there as an opponent. He's come in here with an idea of how to win the fight and is trying to win the fight.
Oh, he's definitely trying, and he's tried a couple of different things. He's adjusted a little in there at times, thrown a couple of different looks. He's been willing to engage even when his back is up against the ropes and fight close in. He's shown some movement at times.
Monaghan trying to work the body, but quite frankly, I think Castañeda has been more effective with the body than Monaghan has.
Although Castañeda is Mexican, his body build reminds me more of some of the great Argentinian fighters. Very bulky, thick across the top.
Again, Miguel Diaz has done a pretty good job on the cut on Monaghan. There was some reddening, but I don't see a lot of blood.
Castañeda looking to move in this round.
Yeah, he's kind of giving him a different look every round, isn't he?
Nice keeping it at long range, kind of trying to pot shot Shawnee.
All those missed.
But they did have technique.
They did have technique. That's exactly right.
You get style points for that.
I think you do with some judges. Body shot from Castañeda. Again, he's been more effective for the body.
Castañeda not facing that terrible, the physical disadvantages that he had in that last fight is much more competitive tonight. And he proved to be against Jose Burton over in England.
Wow. Actually, I was very impressed with Burton.
Yeah, he's a good looking fighter. Tall, rangy, skinny, good power.
This is Tiana, in case you're wondering.
How'd you read my mind?
A rookie on the knockout circuit. By circuit, I mean once around the ring.
Gargle good. Get it all out. Now I want you to double jab faster. All right? Throw that right hand right towards his freaking chest and finish to the body faster. Drink.
This is round 6, and this, in my opinion, is becoming a competitive fight.
Well, I would say that the first 3 rounds were very much Shawnee Monaghan, but the last 2 rounds, you're right, have become much more competitive. Castañeda much more in it. And I think Castañeda actually growing in confidence in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, and I agree with what you said earlier, that he's, in his own mind, I'm sure he feels like he's felt the best of what Monaghan has, and he's still there. And it also, the way he fought the last round, looks to me like he's trying to take him into deep water.
Now, it's very possible that the judges may have scored the last couple of rounds for Monaghan, and he might be leading 5 rounds to nothing, you know. But Monaghan doesn't know that, and Monaghan needs this win tonight. Castañeda is going to get work because he's a good journeyman, and he's going to be able to travel around and get fights. But Monaghan wants more than that. Monaghan wants a big fight. Monaghan wants a money fight. And he needs to be more impressive than this and perhaps really score a convincing victory.
I agree with you, and I gave the last 2 rounds to Castañeda for whatever that's worth. Monaghan did get the right hand, but no damage.
Castañeda has shown a good left hook to the body.
Yes. Monaghan a little bit more effective here in this 6th round. blood from the nose of Monaghan again. Only the body shot got there. Monaghan has been sharper in this round, but Castañeda has been busier.
I thought Monaghan was sharper in his last fight against Johnny Forsman than he is so far tonight. He's working. He's still doing the same things that he does. But I'm just talking about the sharpness and the crispness of his punches.
That, too, was a very close round.
Man, you start moving your feet a little bit faster, then you start plodding again, all right? When you move your feet a little bit faster.
Monaghan working the jab as he always does. Likes to work off of the jab if he can. Nice combination, but he did land the left hook to the body. Castañeda still looks fresh to me.
He does to me, too, and that may be part of the plan here. And I did not think Monaghan was as busy in that round. He was a little bit more effective, but I didn't think he was as busy.
As you can see, both fighters have tattoos right over their hearts. I don't know what Castañeda's means, but in the case of Shawnee Monaghan, it's a tribute to his friend Bobby Calabrese, who got him into the gym and who was tragically murdered. Everybody's never forgotten him. And he always kind of looks at the sky before a fight, and his little private tribute to his friend.
That was back in 2004.
He said he saved my life. He got me out of the streets, out of the bars, and doing something that could better my life. And for that, he will always be thankful for him and dedicates every fight that he fights to him because of that.
And we said earlier that he's been sober now for 12 years, and that would go back to the day that Bobby Calabrese was murdered.
Monaghan, I think, trying to pick up his punch output here in the 7th round. Again, leading everything with the jab. You know, when you start late like he did to be a fighter, you kind of learn out of the book. You learn the things. It's almost like going to class. This is what you do. This is how you throw a jab. You're not naturally into it. You don't grow up in a boxing family. You're not around the gyms a lot, you know. So you learn by the book. So you can see what Shawnee does a lot of times are like that.
That body shot from Castañeda again. It's been a good weapon for him. I do think a very low connect percentage for Monaghan in this fight, though. He throws a lot of punches, but a lot of them are caught on the gloves, back of the head, up on the shoulders.
He may be way ahead on points, but he's getting a tough fight. And he's fought guys with more notoriety than Fernando Castañeda. I mean, he fought Donovan George, who'd been in for a world championship fight, you know. And he beat Donovan George.
That was a tough fight. Donovan George broke his hand in that fight and just continued to will his way through it, and Johnny just was putting on the pressure and pressure. It was a really entertaining fight. I had the pleasure of calling. Johnny's been in some wars, though. I mean, I think part of the reason, you know, he's looking to get one of these big fights is, you know, get a nice payday for all the tough fights that he's been in, you know?
I don't think he's going to want to jump out of bed tomorrow morning and go for a run either.